So today we're going to create a Lego self-portrait. So here's an example of the Lego self-portrait that we will be creating today. Before we get started, let's write our name on the top. So my name is Miss Romeo and I'm going to write it on the top. Either you're going to write it on the left side or the right side. And I'm going to put my class code. So I put 1A, flip it over. And here are the directions on how to create this Lego self-portrait. So the first thing that I want everyone to look at is you're going to draw a head. So the shape is a square. It is a medium-sized shape. So I'm going to take my ruler. If you don't have a ruler, that's okay. You can use the piece of paper that you have. Either you could take a lined piece of paper to draw a square. So we're going to start on the top, not all the way on the top, just a little bit down. So from the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Little tiny dots with your pencil. So I'm going to start off with my ruler. If you have a ruler, that's great. You can start off with 0. So from 0 to, actually no. Let's do from 1 to 2. From 1 to 2. Then same thing. So you want to have your square be even. So see how my square has lines coming out? That's okay. We can erase that. And in order to have, for step 2, to have the Lego shape is to round the corners. So we're going to take our pencil and we're going to make little half lines. And now we're going to erase our sides. I'm going to take a better eraser and I'll erase the sides of the head. It's okay if you erase that. You can just redraw it. And we want to have it even on all sides. Now we're going to move on to the neck. So the neck is going to be 2 little lines. 1, 2. So these lines are called vertical lines. And then you're going to draw a straight line, or what's called a horizontal line, because horizontal lines go from side to side, from left to right or right to left. And then we're going to make a torso for the body. So I'm going to tilt my ruler. You don't have to use a ruler, but I'm using a ruler just to show you exact same sides. It's depending on how much you have for your body. Now I'm going to draw one with pants to show you. You don't have to draw the pants, you could just draw a skirt. Okay, so here's my body. See that I'm going to point from this point on, erase all of the extra lines. And then we're going to round the corners again. So we start on the right side, round the corner, and we're going to round the corner. And we're going to erase the right and the left side. So now we have our rounded corners. I've noticed that for my Lego the shirt is way too short. So I'm going to make the shirt a little bit longer. And I'm going to keep this line too, so I can write my name on the shirt. Keep that line. And you could do the same thing as well. Oops. Like I said, if you make a mistake, that's okay. That's why we have erasers. Okay. So now we have the shirt. We're going to move on to the 2 sleeves. The sleeves, we're going to start from the left side. I'm going to arch. So I'm going to make a half circle, or what's called a curved line. And you're going to go down, diagonal line. Actually, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to do a curved line. I like that better. And then a horizontal line. So whatever you do on one side, you're going to do on the other side as well. So take your time. If you don't get it the first time, that's okay, because, see, I'm doing a lot of erasing myself. You will be able to fix your mistakes if you do with pencil first. And see how I'm drawing light so I can erase the mistakes. Okay. So just erasing extra lines. I like how that looks. So I'm going to move on to step number 5. So number 5 is to add 2 arms and the circle hands. So we're going to take the ruler and we're going to slant the ruler, and you're going to make 2 parallel, meaning side by side, arms. So that's 1. Whatever you do to one side, you do to the other side. And I want to see the other side. I want to make sure that it's even on both sides. And if it's not completely even, that's okay as well. We're working with shapes. So I actually have circles in my ruler. If you have a cup at home or a glue stick, you can use the back of your glue stick to draw a light circle. So that's 1 and 2. So anything that has a circle on it in your house, you can use. And then I'm going to draw inside, so the 2 sides look like C's. So it looks 3-dimensional C's. And if you do have, I know some of you do have Legos at home. If you have Legos, you take one out, and that will help you with your guide when you're drawing your Lego portrait. So just make sure that the sides are even. That's why I'm erasing to make sure that both sides are even. And they're not even because one line on the bottom is longer. But that's okay. So we fix it. And now I'm going to move on to the right side now. Same thing. We're going to take the line and we're going to make a C. If you need to, you can take your paper and switch it so it's easy for you to draw a C. Okay. And then I'm just going to erase the middle, extra lines that I created. And see how I'm drawing light? You don't see the erased marks. Okay. So now we have from step 1 to step 6. Oh, step 5 complete. Now we're on step 6. Step 6 is to draw the pants. So and if you are not drawing pants, you still have to draw legs. So everybody has to do this step. Okay. So I'm starting with the right side, and I'm going to, so in the picture, it has a point by point. I am going to leave a little room. And why I'm doing that is because I'm thinking about coloring it a skirt. I'm not sure yet. Okay. So you're going to take your lines and you're going to draw, so you're going to make a box. Or this shape is a square. So for the lines, I'm going to fix this because I just realized that it's slanted. You want to make this straight. Okay. You're going to draw one line going up, but not all the way up. We're going to stop. And we want to figure out what is the side. So we're going to erase this. So we're going to draw the line because it's not, it has to be close enough. And that is something that we have to figure out. So I'm going to keep drawing my line. Okay, so this one gets erased. See how I'm drawing light because I'm erasing a lot. And that's okay if you're erasing a lot. So I want to make sure that the lines are even. Okay. So my lines are now even. I want to make sure that the pads or your legs are also even. I actually like this side better, so I'm going to make this side the same. So when we're drawing, it's just to make sure everything is proportional, meaning that everything on one side is the same on the other side. It doesn't have to be perfect either. Okay. So now we're going to go on to drawing the shoes. The shoes are a rectangle shape. So we got the shoes complete. Now we're going to move on to step number 7. Okay. So step 6 is to draw pants. Step 7 is if you're going to draw a skirt, same thing. Because for the skirt down here, you just color your skin tone for the girls, or if you're a guy, you can do a dress too, and then you can put just the shoes on. For the boys or any girl who wants pants, you can color using blue and then coloring the bottom black. Okay, so now we're moving on to step number 6. So this was 6, now we're 7. 7 is to draw facial features. So first we're going to start with the hair. My hair is short. Now it's short. So it's the same hairstyle as the one in the example. So I'm going to swoop down. Now, I know that most of you do not have this hairstyle, and that's okay. So you're going to complete your own hairstyle. And see, you're going to take away the top, and you're going to just take away the part that's in the hair. And draw the other side of the hair. Okay. Hair is done. Now we're going to move on to eyes. Now, for me, I have little baby holes. Now, if you have anything at home items, you can use those items for stencils. So the circles are called stencils. And then we're going to draw the mouth. Now, I'm going to do a happy face. You don't have to do a happy face. You could do any type of emotion that you would like. And we're going to draw now a paint brush in your hand because we're in art class. So for the paintbrush, we want to start off with the top, which is called the handle of the brush. So we're going to make a diagonal line with a curve, and then we're going to create a small horizontal line, and the line is going to go down, and then we're going to create the fertile, which is, so this part of the brush is called the fertile, and that's actually where you hold the brush when you're painting. And then you draw the tip. Now, for your name, I have a line here. You're going to write your name. So my name is Miss Romeo. Now, Miss Romeo's not going to fit the whole thing, so I'm going to just write Romeo, because it's not going to fit. If your name is very long, try to cut it down. Either you can write your name smaller. So I'm going to write my name smaller so you could see my full name. Okay. Okay. And here, I'm just making it three-dimensional. And how you do that is that you're just recopying the parts on top. I S S and Romeo. Okay. And now I just bunched it together, so I want to put it on one line. You can, if your name is super long, what you can do is you can put a hyphen, and I'll show you what the hyphen will look like. Or you can write your name down. Actually, that would look nice if you write your name from the neck down. You could do that as well. Try to be creative with this portrait. This is your self-portrait that you are creating for the school year. So this is the All About Me portrait. Okay. Perfect. See, now I have my bubble letters, and now I'm going to outline. So I have my black marker here. If you don't have a marker, you can use the black crayon. And if you don't have a black crayon, start coloring. So I'm going to start outlining, and then I'm going to color. So here is the example. I'm going to start off with the background, and then I'm going to color. So for your Lego, you can use your own skin tone. So I'm gonna use a peach color for my skin tone, and then you can pick the color of your clothing and the paintbrush and your name as well. So in the example, Tommy is written in just white. This is the final project colored. Now I use different materials such as markers, crayons, and color pencils. I also have colored my name in black. You can choose any color to color your name. And if you don't have markers or color pencils, you could just use crayons.